Hi guys, welcome. My name is Chelis and this is Chelis Beauty Corner. And in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a wear test using the C.Y.O Long Lasting Foundation. This is the Lifeproof one, and I bought mine in the shade 107. And when I went to go purchase this foundation, I got the C.Y.O Matte and Blur Primer. This is what it looks like. It says Matte Attack. And it says anti-shine under layer, wear it. Use alone, apply under makeup. So I have been using these for about 3 days now. And what I'm gonna say for now is that the coverage is really good. It looks nice on the skin. But I guess you guys are gonna see in the wear test that it doesn't last all that long for me on my oily skin. So that's something to keep in mind. I bought this one from Walgreens. This is $7. The foundation is $7 and it has 1 fluid ounce. And then the primer is $5 and it has 1 fluid ounce as well. So my local Walgreens does not carry C.Y.O, and I was gonna order it on Walgreens.com, which you can do, and they can send it to your house. But you can also order it like online and ship it to the store, and that's gonna be like free shipping for that. And you just go to your store and pick it up, like the nearest one that you have. And that's free, so you would only have to pay for like the foundation and taxes. I was gonna do that, but then we were gonna go to like the same town where the Walgreens carried C.Y.O, so I just ended up going in store to buy them because I kind of wanted to see the shades. It matches me. It might be like a little bit off. I was reading online that this shade is supposed to be yellow, like a yellow underbase or undertone. But when I put it on my skin, it kind of turns a little bit like pink. So if you're interested in watching how this foundation worked and wore on my oily skin, just keep watching and I will do updates every so often. I believe it's going to be like maybe every 2 hours or so until we hit the 8-hour mark. I did my eyes already using the Beauty Glazed Perfect eyeshadow palette, and this is gonna go up in a few days after this video. So I'm gonna be using the primer on one side of the face and then not on the other. Okay, so this primer is just like a silicone primer. I don't really think that it does much for like keeping me matte. But this is how it looks. If you guys can see, it's just really like silicone-y. So I'm going to be using this side with the primer, and I'm just going to put it in my cheeks and on half of my forehead because that is where I usually get oily. I mean, it makes your skin feel soft, but like borderline kind of greasy. This kind of reminds me of like the NYX Shine Killer. It has that same like greasy silicone-y feel to it. So to apply the foundation, I'm going to be using the Real Technique sponge. So I'm just going to go ahead and dot it all over my face. And on the post, like I said earlier, on the post that I was looking at, it said that this shade was with a yellow undertone. And to me, this doesn't really look yellow. It kind of looks kind of gray, to be honest. So I'm just going to blend out this side first. I like the coverage. It covers up my little red spots and little like leftover like spots from like pimples like this one. They're not like, they're just red now. They're dried up, but they're just red. So I'm just gonna blend that out. I know that C.Y.O has a matte foundation, and I want to try that one too. Just because with my skin type, I like more like mattifying foundations than glowy ones. Like, if you guys can see how glowy this one is by itself. I think this one would work a lot better with like normal to dry skin more than like oily skin. This is how it looks primer side. No, primer side. The foundation itself looks really nice on the skin. It doesn't like cling to any dry patches, because I tend to have like dry patches like right here. Like right in this area is where I have like dry patches. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer, and then I'm gonna powder my face, or both sides of my face, with the Bisou pressed powder. And this is in the shade Translucent. And then I will be right back. So I am back. I put on my face already. I ended up doing like my bronzer and blush and eyebrows while I was off camera. So for blush and bronzer, I use this. And if you guys already know what I'm gonna say, is because you guys probably saw the next video that's coming up. Because I did this eye look in another video. But anyways, I used the bronzer in the Tarte Life of the Party blush clutch thing. This one is in Tan Lines, and then the blush is Flamingo. And then let's see, for my lips, I use matte cream lip crayon in the shade Glaze. That's what is on my lips right now. And then for mascara, I just use the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And then, like I said, for the powder, I set both sides with the Bisou powder. And this is in Translucent. And let's see, I haven't like sprayed my face down with any type of spray yet. And I am debating on whether to do that or not. Because it doesn't look like it needs it. It's pretty matte right now, and it doesn't look powdery at all because of that powder. I love that powder. It looks really nice on the skin. So I'm gonna bring you guys in closer so you guys can see how everything went on the face. Okay, so this is how the side looks with the primer actually. This is the side with the primer, and this is the side without the primer. Primer? No primer. I think that the pores look the same once I put on the powder and the blush and everything. I think that they look about the same. The pores do actually. They look about the same. So now we're just going to see how they wear throughout the day. Again, this side is the one with the primer, and this side is the one without the primer. So it is 10:03, and then I'm going to be back at noon. Yeah, at noon I'm going to be back to show you guys how everything is working out. So it is 2.5 hours later. It is 12:31, so about 2.5 hours later, and I have just been like editing and washing dishes and stuff like that. Not really, like nothing too exciting, but it still looks really nice. both sides look about the same. You can start to see that there is a little bit of like shininess or dewiness coming through, like right in here. On both sides it actually looks like that. So that is the update for now. I will come back in about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, to give you another update. Okay, so I am back. I changed clothes. I'm in my house like sweater thing. Put up my hair because I was doing some chores. It's always a sad day when you have to take down your Christmas decor and Christmas tree and everything. And that's what I was doing. So 4:29 p.m. and according to my calculations, if they're correct, we have been wearing this foundation for about 6.5 hours or so. And let's see. Now I have like fluff on my eyelash. We are looking a little bit rough, a little bit oily, but not like way too much. I don't know about you guys, but it looks to me about the same on both sides. My forehead is equally oily on both sides, but my pores do look smaller on this side with the primer on there, and then on this side they look a little bit bigger without the primer. But with in terms of like the oiliness, I look about the same on both sides. But yeah, that's it for right now. I will be back in like 2 or 3 more hours to show you guys. Okay, so I'm back and it's 6:59, almost 7 o'clock, and this has been on my face for about 8 hours now. And as you guys can see, I am pretty oily on both sides. This is the side with the primer, and this is the side without the primer. I hope that you guys can see that this side without the primer is a little bit, like a tiny bit more oily than the side right here with the primer. My forehead is about the same, like oily on both sides, about equally, but I guess like the really like what shows off the most that there's a little bit more oil is on the cheeks, right in this area. So yeah, I think the primer did help out with keeping me a little bit, like a little tiny bit more matte than just using the foundation alone. And also the pores look a little bit bigger on the side that has only the foundation. Like on this side, the pores look a little bit more like covered and less noticeable than on this side. So with that, my friends, that is it. That's the end of the video of me using the C.Y.O Lifeproof foundation on my oily skin for 8 hours. And you guys could see that the primer, the matte and blur primer, actually did help like a tiny bit for the wear to be a little bit longer. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and subscribe and give me a like if you guys haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. I love you. Bye.